everyone, my name is Brittany and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm doing something a little unusual and I'm doing the end of the year book tag.
It's Brittany, bitch.
If you know me, you know that I don't really do book tags. I usually just prefer to do reading vlogs. I feel like that is definitely my main video content. But I saw this book tag and I just thought it kind of perfectly summed up a couple of things I want to talk about before the end of the year. And especially because I've actually been really on top of my reading and my planning this year, I thought this was kind of the perfect little segue into another video I'd like to do. So for the first question, are there any books that I started this year that I need to finish? And the answer to that is no. I actually read every single book that I plan to read in 2021. Earlier this year, I published a video on the 21 books I want to read in 2021. And technically, there's actually more than 21 books on that list. And I completed all of them. Now, I did not enjoy all of them. So that is kind of the video I was thinking about doing a little bit later in December, is maybe doing a video about my rankings of all the books that I read in 2021 that were on that TBR list. The second question is if I have an autumnal book that I'd like to use to transition into the end of the year. And the answer to that is also no. I don't really technically have an autumnal book I would like to use to transition into the year, and I don't really have one that I read every single year to go into winter. But I do have a video that I just created called Cozy Reading Recommendations. I'm gonna link it above and below, and I recommended, I think, like 8 different books that I think are good cozy autumn reads that I think would also fit well into winter. So go check that out if you'd like some recommendations, but otherwise, I don't really have anything specific in mind. Number 3, the most important question in my mind, is there a new release you're still waiting for? And the answer is fucking yes. I have been dying for Titanic by Brandon Sanderson, and that is the 3rd book in the Skyward series. It just came out on November 23rd here in the US. But the problem is I'm actually on 2 different waitlists with 2 different libraries for the book, and I'm only like number 1 and number 5 on those lists respectively, but the problem is they don't even have the book in circulation yet for either one of the freaking counties. So I'm literally just waiting for them to get the freaking book, and I've been dying to read this. It's probably my favorite series maybe of all time at this point, unless it goes really downhill or something. But yeah, it's amazing. I'm obsessed with it, and I have been dying for it to come out. I requested it on NetGalley and I was refused like the week before it came out. I'm still disappointed. And that kind of leads into what are the 3 books that you need to read before the end of the year. And technically I've read everything on my TBR, as I mentioned before, but I do have 3 books I would like to read for the end of the year. Speaking of the Skyward series, since the 3rd book is coming out, I want to read the first one and the second one again, just kind of as a refresher, and also because I think a lot of people do tend to read their favorite books in December and not read a whole lot of like new content, which I think is probably a really great idea, and I think I should plan it better for next year because I am so excited to get into these, but I have a couple other books beforehand that I need to finish for other reading vlogs that'll be coming out in December, but I want to read these so bad. So these are 2 out of 3 books I am dying to read before the end of the year. And the 3rd one is A Little Life, and this I'm actually reading for a reading vlog on books that's gonna make me cry, and I'm already like 83 pages in. I actually own this book. I basically just stopped reading it like 2 weeks ago because it's just really chunky, and I think I need to just spend a little more time with it. I think I need to finish some other books first, and then I can actually like reserve some time to read it and fall in love with it, because I really want this to be a really good 5-star read that's gonna make me cry. So I kind of want to give it the time that it deserves, and so I kind of put it on hold until December, when I would have a little more time and less reading vlogs planned. And that leads into the 5th question. Is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite of the year? I would like to say no, but a lot of people say this is one of their favorite books of all time, and I'm only like 83 pages into it out of like 800, so it really could be one of my favorite books of all time, and especially this year. So I'm actually going to use this for the 5th prompt. I'm just going to say it could happen. I'm not holding high expectations for that to happen, but it could happen. And the 6th question is, have you already started making plans for 2022? Yes, I've made quite a lot of reading plans already for 2022. I've actually already picked out my 2022 TBR, where I'm going to plan on reading 22 books. I'm crazy. I really thought I wasn't going to do that this year for next year, because I feel like it's just kind of a lot of books to make myself like have a lot of pressure. But when I really think about how many books I read a year, if I read 120 books and I read only 22 on a TBR basis, that leaves 100 extra books that I could pick that I want to read. So in actuality, it's quite attainable, and it has been for the past few years I've done that. So I'm going to continue with that. I have a lot of books already picked out. I'm on hold for actually many of the books I would like to read in 2022 because I know they kind of have long wait lists, because some of them did come out this year. So I'm already on hold for those, and I'm just kind of waiting for them to come in. But I also could still add some things to the list or remove things because the Goodreads Choice Awards has not been finalized yet. And I kind of want to see who the finalists are. I really don't know what to expect for this year. I feel like this year there's a couple of ones I feel like for sure are going to win. There's other ones that could surprise me. So anyway, that is the end of the year book tag. And I definitely have a couple of videos coming up in the future. I think I'm probably gonna do like best or worst books of 2021 for me, we're kind of going to see how I'm feeling because this is also a really busy time of year for me. And the fact that I've read this many books in a year is still extremely impressive. So I'm pretty proud of myself if I do say so myself. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!